Hi, it's me, Julie Conrad, intuitive healer and teacher, coming to you with an energy alignment for overthinking. So if you're like me, sometimes you like to overthink things. Frontal cortex takes over and we just spin our wheels. So if you're having trouble with overthinking and feeling a little stuck and indecisive, this video is for you. I'm going to use Trilogy. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I always Reiki infuse all of my alignments, and this one is no different. So take a nice deep breath in, settle into your space, and we're going to start by releasing a spirit of anger. So it's really about swizzling anger, if you will. I don't know about you, but sometimes my overthinking is when I am angry about something, and anger is actually the energy required to make a change. So instead of overthinking it, I think the question we should ask ourselves is to be really curious and say, what needs to change? What decision can I make to stop overthinking about this? So take a big breath in and let's kind of dump out excess anger that makes us feel tight in our body. If you're feeling tight, this is a nice invitation to relax. Exhale it out. And then let's start to use anger to get unstuck, to make some changes by being curious. Personally, I journal every day. That is my way out to process the anger. No one reads my journals, which is a good thing. But it leads me to the direction that I need to head in. Now we're going to release trapped feeling of grief. So grief likes to settle in the chest. You can breathe in a white light. Exhale a cloudy gray. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. I know I'm only a couple months out from my dad passing, and I still have, makes me want to cry just thinking about it, a lot of grief. It does tend to make me think about all the things. In case you're wondering if I feel the energy shift as I'm giving it to the collective, obviously I do. So I'm going to encourage you to breathe deep. I know when you have grief, it's hard to breathe into the chest, but it will help. It does tend to kind of settle in the mind, make us overthink things, make us think about the things we have no control over. So breathe deep. Let's shift through grief. Feeling lighter now. And we're going to work on our self-esteem. So I'm going to hold your third chakra that sits there at the belly. Let's just breathe nice and deep. See if you can relax through the diaphragm as we align self-esteem. Also a big thing that keeps people awake, thinking maybe that they're not worthy or not good enough or the shoulda, woulda, coulda. So this feels like a big cleanup of the things that at least I tend to have frontal cortex overload, overthinking on. Hopefully you're wired a bit like me. I think most humans are. After 10 years of doing this and the study of humanity and being really curious, we like to all think that we're super different, but we all feel feels. We all process through the cortex and tend to overthink things. So one more big breath as we shift that through. And we're going to dump out overwhelm. Yeah, I'm going to do it at the emotional level, but also the mental. So mental overwhelm that we've created along with kind of the emotion of feeling overwhelmed. The words that come to mind are that heaping on syndrome. So I had a lovely conversation with my mom who is passed and on the other side, and we were talking as a medium. I can still hear her, which is lovely. And she said to stop heaping on in my mind. So that mentality is, let's take the things we've already aligned, right? Feeling angry about something. Well, I'm angry about that. It didn't go right. And then my dad died. And now I don't feel like I did enough. I feel like I wish I would have, and it's lowering my self-esteem. And then I feel overwhelmed because I've heaped on instead of just addressing the one thing that really needs my attention that day. Now I've heaped on all the other things and this and this and this. And maybe you can relate to that. I'm thinking you probably can because it's a very human experience, but can we dump out that? Can we lean into just being right here, right now, really present in the mind? Can you just imagine those things just dropping and clearing them from your energy field and your mind to be really present? And I want you to just, in this moment of clarity, we're going to align to deep clarity. What is the one thing that you need to do today? What's the first thing that pops into your mind that you need to do? Sit with it in the quiet here. Good. And when your mind jumps to all the overthinking, can you come back to that one thought of, I need to do this one thing today? It's probably not 1,000 things. It's probably one. And if we do the one, it'll lead us to be able to do the next thing rather than circulating the thought, right? If we can just do what needs done in the moment versus thinking about it 10 times, we've wasted a bunch of energy. Now we're going to align to abundance. I love aligning to the frequency of abundance because it just, for this one, it feels like an abundance of time to me. Whatever you need an abundance of, I want you to breathe into that. Sometimes we're overthinking because we have scarcity mindset around there's not enough time to get everything done. I didn't do enough here. So let's drop and clear that out and align with this frequency of abundance so that the mind can be at ease. There's no shortage. There's no shortage of time for you. There's no shortage of ability. Yeah. There's no shortage of money, I hear, because sometimes I think overthinking is like, how am I going to pay all the bills, or there's not enough to go around. So let's drop and clear that and lean into what's possible. Money is just energy, so we can attract it with ease. If we really work to let go of whatever it is you've been overthinking here, that there's just this frequency of abundance that can wrap around you so you can let go of any scarcity. Breathe in one more big breath as we lock this in, dropping and clearing out any remaining overthinking tendencies, thoughts. I feel like this got at a lot of the core blocks for us that create that churning in the mind. Hopefully your mind is feeling clearer as we release and balance into this space. Good. Be sure to share this with your people who are overthinkers, because I think most of us as humans tend to overthink and get stuck in our mind. Hopefully this helps you move forward in a really fresh way that's meaningful to create a life that you love. Be sure to like it, subscribe. I love your comments. It is my love language, and I will see you next time.